When last we left our heroes, Danir the Catman Wizard, Wolfgang the Angelic Warlock, Asmo the Sneckman Fighter, and Nara the Drow Sorceress, having been granted dominion over Silver Rock, have been taking time adjusting to the roles of diplomats after a long string of adventuring and fighting. With threats surrounding their city, including the rise of Ramses' demons in the north, the looming threat of the Red Dragon Needhogg to the west, and a newly discovered clan of abyssally manipulated Duergard beneath the town's network of mines, they've been doing all they can to shore up the city's security. Nara even taking time to commune with Solomon, offering a chance to end the god's life, was met with the cryptic promise of an eventual visitor. Danir and Asmo sought out to train the Kylum Diaboli and Silver Rock's militia how to fight Illithids in the theater of Danir's Mind Palace, all while Wolfgang attempted to negotiate with Ramses for the life and freedom of Inquisitrix Vileblood, remembering a promise he had made to her son Demetrius in the far-flung future he had visited. The bargain seemed strikeable in the form of a mutually constructed trading post, but how will Wolfgang respond? And where will our heroes focus their attentions? It's so hard to do a fade out in this. You have to like click it little by little.
See, we need more dials and knobs. I don't know why we tech past the easiest for us to understand level of tech.
It's okay, because we got Oi Guy. He'll be here in a second. There he is.
Oi.
Also, Guy. He's also pretty good. So, a few days have passed. And, both Kylum and the militia have been getting more and more used to a lot of these various monsters you've been throwing at them. They're starting to feel fairly secure in terms of, you know, not necessarily wanting to go up against these things, but should they have to, they're feeling a bit more confident after running drill upon drill upon drill within Danir's Mind Palace. Meanwhile, the city itself has finally reached full construction. The people of Amberglade and Fallwood Barrow have returned back to their homes, and business is starting to get back to usual in this town, though what is usual to you is the construction, and now you're actually having to adjust to the fact that there are people going about their lives in a fully constructed city, which leaves you with this.
Ooh.
Wolfgang, you've been informed that your monetary situation is starting to get quite dire. Food, doing great. Overall security and welfare, people are fine. They're adjusting to the new status quo, but they're for the most part happy. Money, however, is starting to run a bit thin. You probably have like a month's worth of leeway, but that's going to dry up real quick if you can't get the mines open, and it's going to take a while for the Adventuring Guild to kick off and start paying dividends.
My city meter.
Yep.
My lord, you require more funds. You require more funds, my lord.
My gauges are all off today.
You require more lumber.
Danir!
Danir, create money!
Out of home, sir.
At present,
what's our water supply like? Can we check out the water grid?
Water supply is fine. Water's good. You have some very fine fresh well springs.
Good.
So as far as the city situation goes, money is clearly the biggest issue you're going to run into, and obviously the mines themselves cannot be opened until you know they are safe.
Fuck. He's just sort of like looking at a bunch of papers telling him the situation, just like with his hat off and his tie undone, is just kicked back in his chair, just gripping the back of his head.
Yeah, Venariel would probably have been the one to deliver these papers to you, as she's been handling a lot of the clerical stuff for you. She's kind of used to it being essentially Tia's right hand. Very much used to handling like day-to-day operations in even a larger city, so this to her is actually fairly commonplace, but she does let you know that these are how things currently stand. She would go on to inform you. Let's see. Sorry, it's been so while. That Pogan has a list of contracts for you to go over as well when you have the time.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yep.
Oi. Oi.
Yeah.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
I just imagine him popping up out of a trash can every time. I don't know why.
Oi guy everywhere. Oi.
Sherman wants in on it.
That's what Sherman's saying when he barks. He's saying,
Yeah.
oi. Oi.
Is he talking to me? I'm sorry.
I'm going to look over those contracts.
All right. For that, you would travel to the Kylum Diaboli. Or he'd be waiting to address you. Probably just outside your office.
Alright.
Clap, 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 clap. There we go. Sorry, I have to adjust my ambience. We're all about immersion here.
Oi.
Anyway. Oh, here you are, sir. Let's see. Scrolling through his papers. Had reports of either an ogre or a troll showing up somewhere south of Amberglade. Think it wandered up from the swamp. I was thinking about sending Rebecca and a crew, team of cadets to go check it out. He hands you that contract.
Yeah, that sounds about fair. Low key. That'd be good for him.
And the local gravekeeper said he's been feeling an odd chill near the crypt. It could just be some restless spirit due to some act of vandalism. But I was thinking about sending Gloria and her team of cadets to at least check it out.
Last thing we need here is an upsurgence and undead.
Nara sneezes.
Have them go... Yeah, best have a team go check it out.
Alright, I'll have them report back. And lastly, and most importantly, by your decree, and from the corner of the... go ahead and make me a perception check.
Where are you, Wolfgang Sheet? There you are.
Bar.
There you are, Fiver. Perception is going to be a 16.
Before the voice slips out, you do hear like the creak of wood behind you as Talia steps from the shadows. The Duergar beneath the city. I'm familiar with the area. I've done business with them in the past. I request that you send me down there to check it out. Of course,
You'll want to go alone.
you're more than welcome to send people with me if you deem that necessary. Hell, you're more than welcome to come yourself. Or you're more than welcome to send me elsewhere if you think I'm better suited to something else, but...
Well, like you said, you know the area. You've dealt with them before. It's likely you could get to the bottom of this. Find out anything without causing a massive havoc. I'm just worried about sending you in and not having you come back.
Like I said, you're more than welcome to send some people with me or to come yourself. Or to just go yourself. You're far more than capable.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, actually.
stairs.
This issue, seeing as how it relates to the mines, is one that requires some pretty immediate resolving. So, just to make sure, it probably is best for me to tag along.
Oh, I like this.
And your cadre, I suppose.
Well, if they're willing.
Out of character question. Now I know Denier can communicate with everybody, psychically and stuff through his magic. Can Wolfgang do that to somebody else? I don't remember if he can.
I mean, I've got the halo that we can use to communicate with each other.
At relatively short distances, kind of like medium range, anything within like.
Oh, it's more like a walkie-talkie.
Feet or so.
He does have a sending stone, though.
I do have a sending stone, but that only works with the other sending stone.
Okay. So essentially, I was curious if this is like one of those things where you need to go there, or you can drop pod in somebody, so to speak. Teleport me into the combat situation.
Well, we did have something like that. We used it already.
Ah.
Yeah, we don't have that spell at our disposal.
Not anymore.
You do have a very eager enchanter who would be willing to help with things if you did want some custom shit done.
Very true.
But you'd need more money for that.
Damn, if only we hadn't spent all this money on food.
And
Pesky.
building, and
Pesky
building a
humans in the-
town. And housing the sick.
Well,
God.
this really. I want you to know this really truly did turn into Fable 3. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Now,
but you can't just leave this game on
Now.
pause and get passive income.
Are we going to Are you going to house the orphans or make them servants? There is no middle ground.
Are you going to house the orphans or eat them?
No middle
The
ground.
idle ties that bind.
Oh God.
To eat the babies or save them. There's morally all over the place, right?
Take a hammer and fix the baby. Well, I'll talk to my gaggle, and they'll probably be more than happy to come along. No doubt they're pretty sick of being cooped up here with all the responsibilities. I know I am.
Very well. Then where would you like to meet, and when?
Oh boy. Let's meet. Is Tom still in town?
Yes.
He hasn't been run out by an angry mob? Excellent.
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Though the business is starting to dry up, so he's about ready to start hitting the road himself.
Blaming.
Yeah, might as well meet up at the Weasel. That's the default meeting place we usually end up. Either that or the Meat House, which is not here at the moment. ATM.
I have a question about that. The meat house in this timeline, has it been destroyed or is it still up?
It was up the last time you were in Dragon's Rest, so it hasn't been destroyed yet,
Okay.
as far as you're aware.
Good old pig. Wonder how he's doing. Right.
Talia nods and steps back into the shadow.
I look at Pogan. Wonder if she gets great enjoyment out of that.
Frankly, I'm still trying to figure out exactly where she goes from there. Picks up a rock and throws it into the corner. Like a little pebble. You hear it clatter against the wall. Yeah, she's fucking gone. They just deftly dodged. Looks for another pebble.
Well, while you try to solve the mysteries of stepping into the shadows, or through them, I'm going to go round up Asmo, Danir, and Nara, and see how they feel about going to kill some squid faces.
Give him a kick.
Or at the very least.
All
right. Good day to you, Pogan.
And to you, sir.
I will go out to find my gaggle of goo.
Alrighty. Back to...
So who are you going to first?
Let's see here.
I'd probably end up hitting up Denier first because
He's your favorite.
If
We know.
if
Oh,
and I
no.
can't, he also has the ability to telepathically communicate to any one of you. So
Just because he's the one that can be trusted with the most responsibility doesn't mean he's the favorite.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You can lie. It's fine.
At what point do I take offense?
No.
Past it.
I want just. I have a bit for when you would show up or contact. Contact. I even looked up the exact name of what it was about to do.
All right. You probably be able to find Denier fairly easily. Denier, at this point, you would have been finishing up the rune work on the prison beneath the Kylum. So he was relatively nearby already.
oh, hello, Denier.
Good morning, Wolfgang.
How's everything going? Smoothly, I hope.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Denier.
Okie doke. 27.
Very well. Everything
Things
seems very
looking-
secure.
Things are looking pretty good. He's gonna have to do something pretty ingenuitive to try to get out of here. I've even put a number of my tricks in here to all the tricks that I've used throughout the years to break out of prison.
Yeah, or get a hold of the right people. Well, either way. I am going around rounding up our little group because we are very tight on money and the situation in the mines needs to get resolved immediately.
Makes sense. It's going to be a little bit before the yum berries and the giant fruit can actually be able to have soil to grow around here. So it's going to be a little while out before that, unless we start selling excess food.
Well, I'd rather not have to do that if I can avoid it. Hence the need to get this whole mines thing situated. Plus having those squid faces underneath the town's just not sitting well with me in the slightest.
Yeah, it's bothered me a little bit, especially since, Tom told us that they apparently hate me for some reason.
Well,
But if you want to get this done, I'm with you.
aye. Well,
Besides, I've got some stuff I've been wanting to try out anyway.
we'll need to find the others. No doubt Asmo's itching to do anything that isn't bossing people around. And Nara.
What's the over under that Nara is in the maw right now?
Just slow turn his head in the direction of the maw.
Nara, what are you up to right now? It's been a few days, and you haven't heard anything back from Solomon since, if you had tried to recontact him.
That depends on how many chickens I have left for Lil Ass.
You would have had very little issue with your current state in the town. One, affording livestock should you want it, or two, acquiring it should you not want to buy it.
That's what I thought. Okay. Then she's probably gonna be, in the maw. scouting out if the Durgar came through the hole after all, since they can mine through the rock slide that happened.
All right. Would you be checking out the surface level mines, or would you have taken the couple of days it would have taken to get down there?
Days. Oh yeah, she was gone for like 2 weeks that one time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she'd go that... It would be... How much time has passed since last week?
About a week.
So yeah, scouting, but very tenuously, not wanting to meet up with the Duergar again.
All right. I'd say as you're... Let me see. Do I have a good sound for this?
Oh no.
I know that sound.
Wolfgang realizes he hasn't seen Nara in a week.
It's been a minute.
I'm sure she's fine.
As you're checking out just kind of like the surface level area of these mines, you don't really come across too much up here. Go ahead and give me a survival check, though.
I will in one moment.
Sure thing.
Well.
Yeah, just these surface level mines don't look like they've been messed with too much since last time you were in here. But you don't exactly know the placement of every odd pickaxe or bit of rubble, so to you it looks relatively undisturbed.
Is there any dripping or ooh in the distances at all?
Not presently.
Ooh, that's bad. There's no audio at all.
Oh god.
Well, the last time you were down here, there were ghosts.
There
Well,
were
the last time
ghosts.
all of you were down here, there were ghosts.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're all there.
That's true.
Yeah. But kind of on your way out back to, get a little bit of sunlight again. You kind of get lost.
Why
You
would
kind
I
of
want
just
that?
I don't know. Sometimes you feel like getting a drink or something and eating food that
I
isn't
guess.
some sort of like cave rodent. You do come across a man kind of like wandering around this, wandering around the entrance of the mine. Looks to be kind of in his mid to late 30s. Kind of stumbling around. Might be slightly inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't notice you until you speak.
Oh.
Ah! What? You're what?
What
His
you
eyes
doing?
His eyes kind of adjust as he looks toward you. You're like a walking shadow. Except
Yeah.
for that white, the hair. And he points. Oh,
Yep.
what am I
Little
doing?
cloud. Yeah. What you doing down here?
I just... Well, before we were told to leave, I think I dropped something here a long time ago. I work these mines. My family has for generations. And I just... Well, since the building stopped, I sort of don't have much to do, so I... What was I doing here?
Are you drunk? Were you drinking?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What did you leave?
What?
What did you leave down here?
Oh, it's a heirloom. My family. On our way out, it was a bit of a panic, and I left my pick down here. It was my grandpa's, and he passed it on to my pa. And
What, a panic?
My pick.
No. A panic. You said it was a panic getting out. Why?
Well, after there was rumors of monsters here, and then
The attack on the king, the bright golden fuck.
Right, that
And then-
stuff.
And then we opened the mines again, but then we were ordered to stop. And then they rushed us out, and in that hurry, I lost the pick.
Okay. This is not exactly the best place to be right now. So, what if I go find your pick? Huh? And you just stay right there.
I ain't really got much elsewheres to go. But
Do you have any idea where you were when you left at all?
Well, I was working site block 43. Or was it 47? It was one of the fresher veins of silver that we came across.
I don't
It was-
even
it
know
was-
what that
It was
means.
good stuff, and it was a good pick. It cleaved right through it, just good. You'd be able to recognize it from the sigil on it. It's like a
Woo! He starts tracing a sigil in the air with his drunken swaying finger.
Can I
and
make
it
out
loops
kind of?
around there.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
17.
He kind of traces out what looks to be like first an anchor and then a couple of like dashes through the middle of the anchor and a big old circle on top of the anchor.
Anchor. Wait, anchored. What was it?
It's kind of like an anchor shape was the first thing he did, like a straight line with like a U at the bottom, 2 dashes through the straight line and a circle on top.
2 dashes through the anchor line.
Mm-hmm. And a circle on top of the anchor.
Circle on top. Does that sound or familiar to me at all in my brain?
Probably not. I mean, unless you were actively looking at every pickaxe you found discarded.
Okay.
And it'd be right on the side of it, and it would just glisten slightly when it gets close to silver.
And he leans in, like, he's still about like 10 feet away from you, but he like leans forward as if he's trying to whisper to you.
It's old dwarf magics.
Awesome.
But
Okay, I won't tell anybody.
Okay, Shadow Lady.
Alright, looks like she's making a choice right now. Kind of looks both ways, like no one's here. I don't have to do this. Could mysteriously fall into the maw. Alright, fine. And, can I, like... Is there any way to tell if this dude is, like, legitimately just drunk and looking for this pickaxe? Or is he, like, squid-faced?
I'd say with that insight check that you just rolled, go ahead and also give me a perception check.
Gladly. 21?
You can smell rum in the air as he speaks.
Okay. He
So
drunk.
He's pretty sloshed. He's been day drinking and probably night drinking and probably
Oh,
morning
God.
drinking.
Gross. Okay.
Alright, I'll go find your family thing.
Okie dokie. It's
Take a nap or something.
Oh, okay.
And if anyone who's not me comes out, you run away. You hear me? Hey!
She claps.
If anyone comes out and it's not me, run.
Make a persuasion check.
28.
Okay, pretty shadow.
He just kind of like lays back, like sits down on a rock.
I'll run away from other people.
He like squints like, oh my god, you're the most inferior. I could kill you, but Wolfgang will get mad. And just like balls up her fists and walks down the mine.
He scratches at his like scraggly salt and pepper beard. You're actually gonna go look for his shit?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where Site 42 or 47 are?
Nope.
All right,
Are
Nara's
there
gonna be at
signs?
this for a minute.
Tell me there are signs.
Nope.
Oh, then she would ask him like general direction.
All right. Let's see. What would this be? Give me another insight with disadvantage, as he's going to drunkenly try and
9.
describe this.
Ugh.
Okay, so the way I remember is you go and you find the first cart, but you ignore that one. And then you walk over to the second cart and you're like, how's it going? And you follow that track for about 30 seconds. And then you turn right. And then you follow that path for... I don't know, it's going to get kind of boring, but you follow it for a while, and then you'll find this wooden arch where my buddy Dak carved his name in it. He made the D into a penis.
Yeah?
Dak.
Awesome.
Oh, rest in peace, Dak.
Maybe one day you'll join him. Continue.
Huh?
Continue. Is that it?
To where?
Where are the pickaxes?
Oh, right. After Dak, oh, fuck. Was that the right one? Yeah, no. Yes. Okay, you keep going down that way, and you'll see some slag. Like piles of slag. Like,
Uh-huh.
you've never seen so much slag in your goddamn life. And then you'll ignore it and keep walking. Then you'll take a left where there's no slag. Like, how is this spot so clean when there was so much slag back there? It'll be weird. But then you'll realize it's to make room for the minecart. So you turn left there. And then you follow that track down. Oh. Are you writing this down?
Yes.
Okay. You follow that track down. And eventually that should lead you to...
I'm imagining he's doing this with his hand somehow with barely any motioning, though. Just like trying to give direction.
Yeah, he's like kind of tracing some stuff in the air with his fingers as he's trying to give these directions out.
And then you walk down that way for about... oh, God, I should have paid attention in school. Probably another, like, 50 to 5 minutes. And then you should be roughly in the area.
Wow. What's
That's what
your
I'm-
name?
That's what a 9 gets you.
Huh?
What is your name?
No, it isn't.
My God.
If I don't find this, coming back to kill him will be all the sweeter. Stay here, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, Nara, you're going to go off to search for this man's pick?
While also, because she didn't go too far deep in, or that direction, so she will go further in and look for this stuff, while also seeing if the Durgar have had any
The path this man described doesn't really take you towards where the Duergar are, but go ahead and give me a survival with disadvantage, and we'll cut back to you after everybody catches up with Asmo.
4.
I got bad news.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Large city. Oi, guy. Asmo, you got your daily briefing from Earth.
Thank you. Thank you, Earth.
Everything seems pretty under control right now.
Everything's good. Running low on funds, though. Not you. You'll be paid through. You'll be paid through, Earth. You don't worry. You'll be paid through. It's fine.
He nods.
No,
Yeah, everything security-wise seems to be going well. Just a couple of like drunken brawls being broken up. There's still an investigation ongoing into why there was a mass case of amnesia.
Ever get to the bottom of the amnesia issue?
He looks at you.
Did you forget?
He shakes his head. He's
Okay.
looking at you like Go ahead and give me a insight check with advantage, Asmo. He's clearly displaying some look in his eye.
Insight with advantage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Natural 20.
Natural 20. After going through the investigation himself and kind of being on the scene relatively around when it happened, he was pretty quickly able to figure out that Nara and the Wandering Weasel were involved. So he's looking at you with this implication of, yes, but do you
This
really
is the
want
limit
the
of
truth out
corruption.
there?
It's the limit of corruption I'm accepting. Okay.
He nods.
The limit of corruption I'm allowing. It involving my social life.
He
And,
nods. Earth.
yeah, I don't want to go. I already got into it a couple of times with you, Irv, and you're a great listener, but I don't want to like belabor the point. But anyways, okay.
He takes down his notes and his orders as Wolfgang
Good.
and Denier approach.
Denier, Wolfgang. How
Just
can
the man I was looking to see.
Oh, really? Is there another drunken brawl that needs to be broken up?
No, something quite different. Something I think you will either, now that I'm thinking about it, hate completely or enjoy. There's
Okay,
a bit of a change of pace.
It's a very broad spectrum of reaction there. All right, so okay. Wait, what is it?
So, we are going to try and expedite the opening of the mines, and to that end, we are going to be going with Talia, and she is going to be guiding us down into the Duergar sort of area. We're going to find out, we're going to get to the bottom of whatever's happening down there. Probably going to have to smash a few squid skulls. I've dropped a spoon. Don't worry about that.
Oh, God! Immediately he gets up and goes, all right, that's it! It's happening! It's happening! It's happening! Get my blades! Where are you? Earth, come back! I need the void blade! I need that one in particular! It might do more damage! Where I hurt is my repertoire.
Something tells me he's excited, Denier.
I'm gonna mess those guys up!
That or he's absolutely dreading it based off of the last time he was in a dream training.
It's really hard to tell.
Okay.
There you go. My bit's done.
The crowd was very confused for a moment, but...
No, this is like a month of preparing for this one scenario. It's happening. Oh, God, it's happening! He starts grabbing all the weapons. Like, he's got all his weapons and everything good to go, and he's grabbing them without even looking. Just like, he just has it. He's like,
wearing all your weapons on your back, like, fucking...
You even see him... Here's the thing. If you might notice that he's putting something into his little, like, side satchel, too. Something you're not normally used to seeing him use. Gift given to him.
Oh,
Asmo is ready.
Let's go!
He just bangs the side of his house. Let's go!
well, we still need to find Nara.
Ah, well, she said she was going for a walk.
Well, that could mean bloody anything.
I mean, Denier, have you tried contacting her yet?
Slowly looks over. No, not really. I can if we need to, but if we're going down into the depths, I'm going to need as much magic as I can.
I know, but like also, like, nah.
Did you try the Nara signal?
The Nara signal. What's the Nara signal?
You flash a light up in the air, and it just has Nara's face on it. And when she sees it, she'll come running.
That only works if she's looking
Is this
at the sky.
another misappropriation of the town's funds just so she can have something to lark at?
I thought she was kidding when I thought she was kidding when she suggested that. I thought she was kidding. It didn't sound real. Even for her, it didn't sound real.
Wolfgang never looked at the top of the mage tower.
Oh.
But she's underground. She can't see. God damn it.
I know. Complete misappropriation.
Wait a minute. Shine it down.
That's exactly
She'll see
what
it
we
there.
should do. Exactly. She'll see it on the top of the ground. It makes sense.
It'll shine through.
Exactly.
I'll go ahead and I will
You know what,
cast Sending to Nara.
This is what. By the way, just to end the bit. This is essentially Asmo being essentially being Michael Gross's character from Tremors, the guy with all the guns but he's like doing that with weapons. It's time. It's finally time. It's happening.
Okay, it's happening.
I love that it's an apocalypse scenario happening to apocalypse preppers. It was one of the best parts of the movie. So yeah. All right,
so you're gonna send cast Sending to Nara?
Yes. Hey, we're all getting together. Apparently, we're going down into the mines to potentially give some squid faces Shimby time. Is it going to be Nara time too?
Nara, you are currently deep in the mines right now, trying for the life of you to follow his incoherent, drunken instructions. And yeah, that's a pretty big slag pile. But you don't know if it's the biggest slag pile you've ever seen. And Denier's voice pops in your head.
How much can she say in response? I don't remember.
Was it 40
25 words.
25 words.
Oh, it's about to be Nara time. Because there is a guy who needs a pickaxe, and I'm down here searching for...
I have no idea how many words that was, but probably somewhere in the ballpark.
I assume what you're saying is
going
going
to
to
goes
cut
into
off.
a rant.
Apparently, she's looking for some guy's pickaxe down in the mines, and she is not happy. She says it's about to be Nara time.
All right, we better be fast then. First of all, she's in the mines. She shouldn't be there. She's alone. She's going Nara time, and that's really ambiguous. That could be great or awful, and I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if she's already in the mines, I mean, I might as well just meet her there.
Well, yeah. Let's hurry. Az was just like, Az was moving pretty quick.
He understands what that means.
I feel like he
Asmo's
deals with it.
So Asmo, you're starting to head towards the mines currently.
Whoa.
What?
Slow your roll. We need to pick up one more person.
Oh my god, who else do we need to pick up?
I said Talia's going to be coming with us.
I assume she... Okay! I'll tell you what. I'll meet you at the mines.
All right. I'll swing by the weasel.
Welcome to the Wandering Weasel.
Oh my god.
God, he was right there, slightly to the side of the camera.
That's what we call a jump cut.
It's terrifying. I love it.
We're here.
And then they were.
All right, I'll stop by the...
Welcome to the Wandering Weasel.
Goes back to polishing the cap. Goes back to polishing the bar. It
His
is
animation
it
looks,
is
I
a much
swear.
lighter day in the Wandering Weasel today, as there aren't workers. There's like a couple of people sitting around the bar drinking. Talia is just kind of like standing at one of the standing tables with a glass of water. Oh, that was quicker than expected.
Yeah, quicker than I expected too. Trust me. Organizing these things is a bit, with them. Anyway, one of our numbers already in the mines apparently, so we'll be needing to try and meet up with her at some point.
Got the full crew then.
Seems like it.
Then lead on.
All right.
She puts a copper on the table. And you head out.
All right. Yep, we're heading to the mines.
For the mines. To the mines.
The mines of Moria.
All right. You begin to approach the mines. The largest entrance is probably the one that Nara went into for this one. Just a quick jaunt up the hilllands towards the side of the rocky outcropping. It's a fairly large stationing area, and as you start to make your way towards the first one of the caves that Talia starts to lead you to, gonna roll something. Everybody else, give me a perception check.
Including Asmo?
Including me, or?
No, you're in the mines, Nara, unless you're heading back towards the entrance.
8.
As
Perception.
Wolfgang.
Ooh! Aw. I only saw the 20.
17.
That's a natural.
Asmo, there is a. Actually, Denier, I guess you would notice this too, because he's not exactly being sneaky about it. Wolfgang's the only one that would be oblivious to it. There's a man just kind of like sitting his back to the entrance, almost kind of like half snoring.
The guard's asleep?
Not a guard, just some guy.
Well, how's he positioned?
Back facing the door, back facing the opening. So the way you're walking towards his back, he's got kind of wild, light brown and gray hair pouring out the top of his head. He's got a bit of
Asmo sneaks up behind him.
near the front of his head.
Can Asmo sneak up behind him?
Hey, go ahead, give me stealth with advantage. Shouldn't be that difficult for this guy.
23.
You may absolutely sneak up behind him.
Asmo's gonna do something not this. Here's what Asmo's gonna do. Okay. Asmo pulls out just a regular dagger, nothing too massive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just one of his regular daggers, and but decides to he trips the guy by kicking in the back, lightly kicking in the back of the leg when you're standing behind. You know what would happen, right? You just follow your butt.
Mm-hmm.
So Asmo does that, and then just turns real quickly and puts the knife in his face. Like hanging out in a place you shouldn't be hanging out.
So you kick him. He's
no, it's a quick surprise. Shh. Why are you hanging out where you shouldn't be hanging out here?
I need to run now! And he starts to try to run away from you.
Is he bow-legged right now?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he starts to like bow-leggedly run away from you and immediately runs into a pillar and falls over. Ow, I'm bad.
I feel like a mummy skit just happened, and I love it.
Wow.
Mine entrance is secure. I don't know who that guy is.
I work here.
Can I like kneel down and examine him and see if I can recognize him from somewhere in the town at least?
Sure. You live in a town of quite a few people. Let's see if you can recognize this guy. What would that
just be a history check?
I think it would be a... Yeah, let's go with history.
Alrighty.
It's you remembering from a catalog of faces.
15.
You've seen this guy around the Weasel. You've probably seen him around a couple of the work sites too. He was helping to like rebuild the town and would very often be drinking with a lot of the locals at the Weasel at night. So you've definitely seen his face there.
This guy's one of the workers. He hits the bottle a little hard.
He hit that pillar pretty hard too.
did.
I grab his arm and I try to help him to his feet.
Oh, thank you.
Denier just live streaming it off of his phone.
I'm sorry. He kind of like drops down to a knee. My lord.
Okay, just rolls his eyes.
So while you're running,
No need for that. Yes.
What?
you screamed, "I have to run," and then you ran.
The pretty shadow told me that I needed to run if anybody, but she came out, and then you came and were gonna stab me, and then I ran, and now I'm ow.
That sounds like Nara.
Yeah, it does. It's either someone would interpret a normal person doing as drunk, or yeah, it's probably Nara.
Nara, would you have been heading back to the surface entrance, or would you continue on your path to try to find this guy's pick?
She's now wanting to find it so that she can get it and then come back and kill him with it.
All right. I want you to give me just kind of a straight intelligence check, I think, right now.
Okay, great. 4. Lots of anger.
That seems like a good idea to you. Give me another survival check.
Okay, great. Would love to. Of course. That'd be a 6.
All right, either this guy gave you bad instructions, or this spot that has absolutely no slag by it has no extra paths here. So...
So he was wrong.
Seems that way.
So, he lied to me. I'm gonna kill him!
And just starts going back.
I'm gonna kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
Did they hear the kill him echo?
Oh shit!
No, that was definitely Nara.
Yeah, she probably would have made it loud enough for it to echo and you guys hear it.
It's up to Lani.
It's true.
It's true. I was just joking.
You would travel fairly deeply in there, but I'd say by about the time that Wolfgang has finished negotiating or talking, Wolfgang and Asmo finished talking to this guy, you'd be approaching very angrily. Jojo Dread, katakana sticking off of you.
Denier looks up at Nara, looks at him, looks at Nara, looks at him. Run. Now. Don't stop. Don't look back.
That's the approaching Nara.
It's, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like it feels like the cavern is getting darker.
Wait, where are you? Oh, it's a pretty shadow lady. Did you find my pick?
Denier, give me a persuasion check.
Okie doke.
It was just a brownie.
Persuasion, that's a 20.
You basically grab this guy. Run now. What? And you just kind of scoot him along. Okay, bye then. He starts to like run out of the cave. And he trips, but he does not fall over the edge of the trail.
Into the maw.
Nara would have, just so that you all know, Nara would have jumped over the side, gotten on the pixie stick, and then like done a full circle slam dunk for him to go further down the maw faster.
just chaos dunk him into the demon pit.
Spike him like a volleyball.
Yes, correct. So.
Well, on the plus side, you are now aware that somewhere in the mine there is a magical pick somewhere.
Yep.
Down there.
Yep.
In either Site 42 or Site 47.
Mm-hmm.
If he's correct.
Hello, Nara.
The only reason I don't get to kill
Oh, we
as
just
much
saw
as I
Nara?
want anymore is because
Nara.
of you.
Nara, you
hi.
okay? You
Yeah,
okay?
I'm fine.
Why did you wander into the mines? Is it the lack of light, the lack of sky above you?
I mean, that's nice, but I just wanted to see if those little squid face fellows
know.
made their
Okay,
way out of the rock thing.
I know I have been obsessed with
Excuse
them, and
me.
you've been putting up with the worst of my paranoia. But if they are actually here, it's time for the plan. I'm decked out, and it's time to do it.
Wait, we're gonna do it? We're gonna go fight him?
No.
Yep, that's why we're here, actually, Nara.
Grabs Asmo's hand and just fucking books it down
No.
No, wait a minute.
As
Already
they begin-
gone. Too
As they
late.
begin running further and further
Damn it.
into the as they begin running further and further into the caves, Talia slowly
enemy.
walks up behind you, Wolfgang.
This is why you work alone.
A bit, yes. At first I was wondering why you brought me back so easily, and now I think I understand.
I just love the idea of just Nara being stronger than Asmo naturally, just by nature of just being able to drag him places, because it's funny. It's absolutely funny.
I mean, it's anime it's anime comedy strength.
Oh yeah,
It's
by
true.
all means.
Oh, out of combat, it doesn't actually work that way, but
Yeah, it's
outside
like-
of
it's like
combat,
if
a
she-
girl's
it's like
frying
if
pan
she-
can KO the main character.
Yeah, if she slaps you, it's an immediate crit.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kenshin can block everything, and then she just whapped in the back of the head, and he's unconscious. It's nuts.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did Nara hear Talia's voice reverberating down the cave?
She has a pretty soft voice, but you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
28.
You actually didn't. She rolled a nat 20.
Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah, then still running.
That and her stealth is about equal to your perception. It's kind of nuts.
Wow. That's annoying.
Big rogue stuff.
It's assassin rogue stuff.
It's assassin.
All the she is like min-max to stealth kill.
Assassin.
All right. Wolfgang, Denier, and Talia follow up behind Asmo and Nara. It's going to be Talia has like a bit of a bundle with her, as she knows this is going to be a several-day venture into the earth. So your dark vision is going to get a workout.
It's good because my guy don't got it.
Don't lizard folk have dark vision? I thought everybody in the
I
party
don't
had
know
dark
if the
vision.
lizard folk has dark vision. I feel like
There's
everyone has
some-
dark vision.
There are some surprising exceptions, like some. I think only mountain dwarves have dark vision in base 5e.
That's insane to me, though, because dwarves having dark vision would make the most sense.
Yeah,
And goblins and shit, just like because they were underground.
I mean, I know
humans.
half-elves have dark vision, don't they?
That's wild.
they do.
Yeah. Like,
Dragonborn don't.
Okay, well that makes sense.
you know, I guess.
They gotta have something that doesn't. They don't. They have a lot. Okay, they can't have everything.
Either way, if you don't have dark vision, then you're either going to be using torches or surviving by holding Nara's hand.
I can.
Oh well.
If we manage to catch up to you, I can cast
Oh, yeah,
the
you
light
also have the
spell.
light cantrip, so. And you're no longer face penalties for casting cantrips.
Woo!
Or by this point, using any of your class abilities.
Hey.
Hey.
But I've
Ayo.
still spells though. Spells will.
Yeah, you've had less reason to practice spells and less safe spaces to do so.
This will probably be a good excuse.
Yeah. You start traveling into the earth. Further in you go.
Deep into the dark.
Further in you go. You eventually make it past all of the mining channels and start going into just natural cave formations.
Yeah, I can see why they built into this place. It's vast.
Dark.
Probably goes. Unless you wonder how far up these tunnels start. Obviously, it starts at the bottom of the mob and works its way up, like tentacles going every
Anybody
direction.
who wishes to, feel free to give me a history check.
16.
19.
22.
Daenerys, it makes sense that you would like know the most about this portion of history. But Wolfgang, having done a bit of research about the town itself, you know, coming into its lordship, you would have done a bit of research too.
Probably to help.
You know that one of the reasons these mines were like kind of like so open and like one of the reasons they were able to get so deep into the earth is because the cataclysm that caused the maw shook open a number of fissures within the earth. Daenerys, you would be able to supplement that these fissures would have been used by not only the miners here, but also some of the dwarves that used to live here would have used them as well, traveling further and further in, and that they would inevitably been linked to the Underdark and have been used as a smuggling system for a good long while. Nara, you would only know the fact that they connect to the Underdark because you know that the network of caves in the Underdark are vast and varied.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to roll some stuff for your first day of cave travels into what is now less charted areas.
Spelunking.
Yeah.
Splurking.
Blinken.
Spurlurkin.
We're splunking. We do a little splunking.
He's splunking
Spedunking?
out here.
Your first day traveling into the Earth is relatively uneventful. This isn't all that surprising, as to you, Nara. Like the last time you were down here, you spent a couple of weeks down here, and nary ran into much of a creature at all. Like every now and again, you'd run into like the odd underworld dweller. Probably the most dangerous thing you think you found might have been a basilisk, but it was young and shy and not all that powerful.
Aw, poor little baby.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end of the first day, would you set up a watch?
Daenerys would definitely set up a number of defensive spells. Alarm, Private Sanctum, so on and so forth.
Asmo sits down. I will take first watch. Asmo's wired still.
Asmo's been drinking his coffee. Your canteen is full. Well, it was full.
Now it's half full, but we're rounding up.
Yeah, you managed
How
to
many
find
watches would we set, by the way? We just need
mean,
like 2 people, 3 people.
in order to
'cause
get a
there's
full
what?
night. In order to get a full night's rest for the lot of you, by this point, having all caught up, you would know that Talia is here, Nara.
She just like hisses like a cat at her, just under her breath.
She just waves. With all of you, in order to get a full night's rest, Talia being half-elf and Nara being full drow, neither of them need a full night's sleep, and Daenerys is pretty much awake at all times. But yeah, between the lot of you, it wouldn't be too difficult to set up a watch between Nara, Talia, Wolfgang, Asmo. I mean, whoever wants to be a part of the watch can. What does Private Sanctum do? What's that spell do again?
Let me go ahead and there you go. It allows me to set up a number of defensive measures. People can't teleport. I can choose specific ones. People can't teleport in and out. No extra dimensional travel. No divination spells can cross my area. People can't see through it. People can't hear through it. I'm going to be triggering the no divination spells, and people can't teleport through it, and no extra dimensional travel unless that would mess with my dream walking.
All right, so in order to try to get past that, they need to beat your DC.
I think they just flat out can't do it.
Why does it have a save?
Because it has everything. All the things have spells, has saves on it.
All right.
Let me go through and read on it. If I do come across something that it would need a DC save for, I'll let you know.
I mean, it's a 4th level spell, so I imagine it's one of those things that, unless it's a higher level spell, wouldn't be able to crack it regardless.
Well, it could be dispelled easily.
Dispelled, certainly, but not at that sort of distance.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, you got that set up. Would you like light a fire or anything? You're in a cavern with enough vents that you'd probably be able to if you wanted to.
I didn't think we thought to bring wood, though.
If you didn't bring wood, then no. All right, you sleep as the bats flutter about you. So who would be up on first watch? Asmo, you said?
Yep.
Asmo, perception with disadvantage, since, like, do you not have dark vision? I could have sworn you did.
I'm just not seeing it on my character sheet.
Before he rolls... Go ahead, Con.
I was going to say, if you need the light for your watch, Wolfgang can cast light. It lasts for an hour, I think. Yeah, light lasts an hour.
But I don't think my watch is going to be an hour long.
Yeah, no dark vision. Okay.
Yeah, well, there we go. I guess.
Say before he rolls, Nara, who is also like coming off of the adrenaline of wanting to kill this guy and him getting away, she will also be too wired to sleep. So she's gonna like probably be watching Asmo as a creeper instead of sleeping.
Watching Asmo watch.
Yeah, so she is also kind of watching during his watch, but watching him while watching.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
All right.
All right.
Wolfgang cast the light cantrip.
Who watches the Watchman, though?
It's Nara.
How far does light go? Does the light go?
It's
50 feet and then
bright.
Dim light.
It's bright light for 20 feet and then dim light for an additional 20.
Okay, so it's 40 feet. Gotcha. Okay, so in that case, still a perception check then, without disadvantage, but it'll only be within that 40 feet. Plus whatever you hear. And Nara, if you're watching him, then the same, but with disadvantage, since you're watching him specifically?
Yep, I figured you would say that. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
It's still gonna be like a billion. Yeah.
Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Asmo, perception?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Did it not go through?
Didn't look like it.
I'm
Nope.
sorry. And try and click it again. Okay, now.
Hey.
16. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
Nara, how long would you stay up watching him watch?
Until her watch began.
You realize that by skipping your sleep, you realize that by skipping a watch, that you will not be getting a full night's sleep.
Well, I only sleep half the amount of time that other people sleep, correct?
You know, that's fair.
So I could skip a sleep for a watch because I don't sleep that amount of time.
All right. Then,
What's really funny is we probably all said that to ourselves some point this week during work.
I don't need that much sleep.
We're supposed to have 8 hours of sleep. Supposed to be.
Actually,
Yeah, supposed
I've been really
to.
on
I
top
can make
of that.
I can make do on 4.
Oh,
He
I
said every day for the past several weeks.
not no more. No, we don't do that no more. No.
We'll see. Yeah, Asmo, your watch goes uneventful, which you go to kind of wake Nara, and she's just kind of staring you in the eye as you turn to look at her.
Just, oh my god, just stay up and chat with me. Don't have to pretend to be asleep.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so?
Jasmine just goes to sleep.
Asmo snuggles up next to you and sleeps. Give me another
Pats
perception
him.
check, Nara.
Okay. 25.
You survey the area. You glance around. What are shadows to some are plainly visible to you. And as you glance through them, you see a bat as it stretches its little wingies.
Aww,
And then goes to cleaning
baby.
itself. And then it flutters out to go try to find something to eat. Who would you
He
wake
salutes
for the,
it as it leaves.
Who would you wake for the next watch?
Probably Talia, since it's the dead center of the night.
All right.
Just to be a bitch.
How would you wake her?
Just like kind of tap her with her foot.
All right. You
Wordlessly.
You tap her with your foot. You see her arm kind of like jerk out from under her head, and you can see that she was kind of like sleeping with a dagger under her little knapsack. As her eyes kind of like snap open at the subtle nudge, but then she like resheaths the dagger, kind of cracks her neck and sits up. My watch, I take it.
Yep.
Do you have an issue with me?
You annoy me.
She just kind of nods. Fair enough.
You also did the whole stuff before, so haven't really gotten over that.
Which stuff?
The stuff.
Stuff.
You were like sneaky about stuff, and I didn't like that.
She kind of cocks her head towards you. I figured someone with your background would be used to creeping through the shadows.
Yeah, but you come with dad stuff, and that's like a thing.
Dad stuff.
Never mind. Wait,
Oh,
have
I'm
we seriously
curious.
not talked about that?
You mean Kage Roshi?
Yeah.
He greatly suspects that you are who you are. But that's really none of my business.
That's what it is. You're too casual about all of it. It's annoying.
How many lives have you taken?
I can't count that high. That's too many numbers.
The first time I took a life, I thought I'd be able to keep track of every single one of them. But eventually, like you, I lost count. Something about that just... it changes you, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Life is finite. Eventually it'll end,
Well said.
either by the blade or by time. Or by disease. Give me an insight check.
Oh, natural 20, 27.
She glances away, kind of like wincefully, when she says disease.
So who'd you lose?
My mother.
That sucks. Me too.
I'm sorry.
You didn't do it.
No, but I know the pain. Did you know yours well?
No. Well, she's kind of still around.
Looks down at Whisper.
Your shadow, your shadow actually kind of like creeps up your ankle and kind of like gives you like almost kind of like a caressing pat to the side of your calf, and then drifts back down to the ground.
I'm assuming Talia sees that.
Her eyes aren't that good with the shadows. I mean, she can sense certain things, but and she like does have dark vision, but not that good at dark vision.
Okay.
She cannot see shadows within shadows.
Got it. Okay, that's fair.
She's like dead, but the reason I'm alive, but not fully gone, you know?
Sounds complicated.
You have no idea.
That's the way I try to treat everyone. Everybody's complicated. Everybody has their story. Everybody has their pain. But when you're in my line of work and you have to kill anybody at a moment's notice, you can't really take the time to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have, actually. Probably best to keep that bottled up anyway. And I remember how many of my kills became meals. That'll get a gray area pretty fast.
Her eyes like almost kind of like widen for a moment. I could imagine. You were taught to do everything by Solomon.
He's kind of my second dad, so to speak, or my first one. I don't know.
Kage Roshi was a very strict master and very strict teacher. He wouldn't hesitate to kill those he didn't find sufficient.
At least he let him stay dead.
He called it a mercy. Now I guess I understand. Said that death is a gift.
Oh God, more of that talk.
Something you've been hearing a lot lately, I guess.
I may have angered somebody, or what are the words? Let's just say, yeah, I've heard those words, and I know I'm gonna be hearing them a lot more soon.
Well, if you are the Grand Shadow's daughter, maybe hearing them from him might give you some context.
What do you mean?
I'm sure Kage Roshi has thoughts that he'd like to share with you, but I'd never speak for him, of course.
T. Anyway.
Make me a perception check.
24.
Both you and Talia's heads snap to the side as you hear the clattering of rocks from down a tunnel you were about to that you would travel back past the next morning.
Looks back at Talia.
She has her hand behind her back, gripping the blade of a knife.
She puts her hand on Tango Muerte. And stays very still to see what happens.
Talia continues to talk, but she holds her hand up and just kind of points that way. So if you wanted to find him, I might be able to arrange something. And
Yeah.
Talia is going to basically Shunpo shadow step.
Nara, like,
And a moment
shoulders
later-
droop, and she's like, man! And then she'll go follow.
And a moment later, you hear,
That fucking threat!
Undercommon.
Fucking put that down! I just have to talk, you bloody fucker! Stay sharp!
At that sound, the rest of you kind of start jostling awake.
Very sharp! Put it!
Most of you who don't speak Undercommon are just hearing,
Was frugen das Streiting Krux! Sight!
I can't hear anything. Weapons are coming out.
The heck am I hearing?
Denier, there is a disturbance in the waking world.
Well, Denier's eyes are going to just shoot open from his trance. He was currently trying to scout out the dream world to gain intelligence on the Duergar, but as he looks over hearing that, he's going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Is your sight sharp? Put it fucking down!
And then, kind of walking out of the further shadows into Wolfgang's light cantrip, you see Talia holding a blade to the throat of a Duergar.
Oh! Nara immediately tenses and takes a step back.
Well, what do we have here?
Asmo starts spinning one of his blades in his hand.
I wonder.
Fuck me. And here is where we will take a quick break. Hey guys, Lani here. I just wanted to thank you for rolling with us. And if you wanted to catch us live, you can do so almost every Monday at 5 o'clock Central Time over on twitch.tv/Lanipator. Now, back to the show. So, Talia comes out of the darkness with a knife to the throat of this Duergar. To Wolfgang and Asmo, it just sounds like he's saying, Nara, Denier, and you're not sure if Talia speaks this or not. He's just saying,
Not here to fight!
He's not after a fight, apparently.
Oh, is he? He just stumbled upon our camp willy-nilly in the middle of the night.
Well, someone ask him what he wants.
What do you want?
I just was looking for...
and he now sees that you're talking, Nara.
Actually, you specifically.
Wait, why? What?
You're the one that caused the ruckus down there. Now tell the tall tart to take the knife.
And the knife jabs a little bit deeper into his neck. And she replies in Undercommon, the tart understands you.
Take the knife away, please.
He's looking for Nara, apparently.
What? Hi.
Did we all slow turn to Nara at the same time? Like,
Yes.
She's got that, like, chin down, eyes darting in every direction.
It's
Like,
just
looking at everybody, looking around like,
She apparently caused some chaos down there.
I will gladly speak more when the knife is not in my throat.
Talia, come on. He's fine, probably.
She lowers the knife and just kind of shoves him forward. You now get kind of a better look at this guy. He's wearing what appears to be like a smith's smock, sort of like big leather, heavy leather apron. His gloves look thick and leaden. He's got a very long white beard with very loose braids. Looks like he doesn't try to keep them all tied tight. And a shock of white hair kind of like sticking up off his head.
Yay. You caused a ruckus down there in the...
Holds up his fingers.
Great one. all fixated over you.
Why?
Why the fuck should I know? I don't know whether lots of the shites listen to him anyway.
Wait, are you part of the thing?
Nay! I fucking built shit down there for generations. And everybody goes fucking caca crazy once that fucking thing comes in here.
Wait, does it leave?
It's at its own pace, but it seems fucking lonely. Sticks around, talks at whatever's near it, and then fucking brainwashes the fucking masses that get near it.
Now it's fixated on me.
Hey, saw you through one of their eyes, and it's like, oh fuck, there it is. It's like, fuck, everybody just goes crazy trying to grab you. Then the cave goes in, and luckily old Dreddyk knows the way out, but not everybody knows about Dreddyk's tunnels.
Are you that Dreddyk?
Hey, Dreddyk. That's me. Dreddyk be I.
There's only one down there.
So, can you explain what it is and how you know about it and how you're not part of that?
Spits out a loogie.
Well, see, I be smithing down there for long time. I know the works of materials that nobody knows how to work with. And I was presented with a new ore and told that it makes mighty fine headpieces. So I made these headpieces. Never put one on myself. Never try out your own materials. Always have others try it first. And then you put the materials on, and all of a sudden you're all caca crazy over the fucking meatball.
The meatball?
Aye, the fucking meatball.
This accent's washing over me right now. It's amazing.
There's apparently a meatball down there controlling people via headbands.
Oh, fuck.
What does it look like?
It's a fucking big-ass meatball with right many eyes.
Oh, no.
It's fucking gaga for you, Missy.
I think I know that, meatball.
Oh, bloody hell. Did it follow us?
You knew it beforehand, then.
Yeah, so,
I'll take it fucking back with you, then! Fuck!
It's not supposed to be here!
Well, you damn right it's not! Fucking with my whole livelihood down there! Dreddyk's trying to make a fucking living!
So are you telling me that everything is 100% totally normal down there, except for when I went down there the one time?
It's not fucking normal! These fucks with the fucking things on their heads are all like, oh, the fucking great one! And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Fucking pour a pint!
Asmo hearing this all being as sharp and stilted in another language going,
Okay, how angry is this guy? Like, is he got to go nuts on us right now? Is he?
He's pretty grumpy. Apparently, the thing that's down there knows Nara, and he wants it gone, and she's looking a little bit worried.
Does Wolfgang understand what's happening?
Yep.
She looks at Wolfgang,
I'm aware.
very sheepish, and looks at Asmo like, oh god. Because he doesn't know about all of that.
nope.
It seems we are not the only ones who left the void.
So you're gonna be the meatball's keeper? You're gonna go get the great one? Or at least go fucking talk to it?
Well, what?
We have to. The city's
She's
not
just like-
safe without things around. And we need money.
She just like limp noodle flops her arms back and forth.
But, oh, Asmo, you're gonna be so mad.
Why? Gosh, it's just like, what? Why? Like, it's just like,
Of, this. So we went. You remember there was like a time thing that happened, and we told you about the void and that stuff.
Yeah.
Remember where there was like the beholder thing with the eyes that I told you about, and we made it blush and stuff. I made it blush, and it might have a crush on me. I think that's the meatball that he's talking about.
So giant. Okay, so out of character, this is the thing that teleported Asmo away, yeah?
No.
Oh, this
No.
is not. Oh, that's right. You weren't.
Yeah, Asmo was absolutely
At
not
all.
there for this.
That's right.
Why...
This was the whole time period that Asmo was gone.
Mm.
Okay.
This is pretty much immediately after Asmo got disappeared.
Okay.
Yes. So
Approximately 1 year ago.
Wait, okay,
So-
okay, no, what he what use you?
He likes me.
Oh, it reminds me.
Well, that can be a very stressful thing.
Dreddyk starts digging around in one of his many pockets. Yeah, there it is. And he pulls out a ring.
Great One wants you to betroth.
Is this guy proposing to you right now too? God, a third guy? What is? Okay, all right.
Apparently, the meatball wants Nara to be his.
Wolfgang spits.
I think Nara barely.
I don't
Wait,
want to
I
marry
would-
a beholder.
I wouldn't.
I don't want to marry a beholder.
I would not
Wolfgang,
be
I
very
don't wanna
excited
marry
about
a
the prospect either, believe me. But
This
I'm just
summer.
delivering
Ding,
a
ding,
fucking
ding,
thing.
ding.
I'm just delivering the thing it made me make. So fucking have it.
he looks at Wolfgang like, "Am I supposed to take this?"
I like. Okay.
Asmo takes the
hands-
ring.
he
Asmo
hand-
grabs the ring.
Okay, it is an obsidian ring. I guess with your eyes, you probably wouldn't see any intricate designs on it. Go ahead and make me a perception check anyway, Asmo.
He would inspect it in Asmo's hand.
16.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check as well, Nara.
23.
The ring faintly, it gives off like very faint green glows in the shape of dwarven runes.
What are these on here? The runes?
It'll be to betrothal magic.
So absolutely no one put this on. All right? No one.
I'm just here to fucking deliver and look for you. And honestly, I took the job so that I could get up here and tell you to get rid of the bloody fucking meatball.
Looks at Wolfgang. Looks at Asmo. Looks at Dreddyk. Looks at
Mamma
Denier.
mia.
Looks at
Here I
Talia.
go again.
Looks at Asmo.
Bye.
As Talia is just kind of taking everything here at face value. You can give me an insight check on Talia if you want to get her read on this.
Yep, I do. 11 though. Very distracted.
She's no selling this whole thing. Like, she has her mask on and everything. So
Of
all you can
course.
try to read are her eyes, and she's very deadpan in the eyes right now.
I'm with you on this one. I don't know where I'm at either.
Congratulations, I'm very happy for you, Nara.
Don't you fucking dare, Denier.
Just like a single hand, just stretched out from her.
I am not. I'm not. I can't. No, I don't. I'm gonna have to tell him no.
Well, tell him what you're gonna tell him. But in about, I don't know, not too much time. It's not gonna take them that long to dig through all that rubble you left. And then they're on their way up. Whichever
What?
way up they find.
Wait, so they're just going up to find me?
Hey! They'll get rid of whatever gets in their way, of course.
Wolfgang, how important is the city?
Oh, for the love of... Asmo just puts his hands to his face and just drags it down. Oh my god.
Just single blink. No words, just staring.
I wish there was a window I could look out of right now. How far? Well, sorry, Azra didn't hear that. Never mind. Ignore that.
Talia would repeat your words to him.
I thought, well, with Dreddyk's tunnels, you can get down there in 20 hours.
And Talia would repeat that for you.
20 hours.
Aye, but they don't know Dreddyk's tunnels.
Neither do we.
That you don't.
Oh shit, I can't speak that language. Never mind.
For the sake of this, just pretend that Talia will translate whatever you guys don't automatically translate.
Got it.
How many creatures does the meatball have at its disposal?
Me mates? Yeah. Somewhere around 5-6 dozen.
Shit. And these...
Dreddyk knows the secret ways into town.
Well, that's helpful. These things, these trinkets that are controlling them, can they be disabled?
Hey! Just gotta smash up the right tower it had me build.
A tower.
Was that the
This
big
is also-
black thing in the
This is
center?
also-
Fucking meatball uses it to push its energies through and push its mind into the other shite it made me break. It made me build.
So it's an amplification beacon.
Hey! You're a smart one.
So we take down that beacon. The other Dwergar are free. And that'll probably give us a pretty significant advantage against this thing.
Aye?
Well, it looks like we're heading towards that beacon then.
I'm also going to warn Venaria and Pogan about what's actually in control down there.
Right now with like a
Depending on what time of day it is right now, Denier wouldn't try to send if he knows that they're asleep.
It's a good point. You haven't been down here that long, so give me survival with advantage, whoever wants to try to tell the time.
Oh, just one person, or?
I'll allow anybody who wants to, honestly. If you're all looking for the time and one of you is right.
15.
With, 16?
15, 16.
Why the heck not? 20 win.
No banana.
Alright, you're guessing that it is still pre-dawn. Probably like 4 or 5 hours until dawn break.
We didn't finish our full night's sleep.
Nope.
No, you go first.
He glances over towards Wolfgang. If you want, I can go back into a trance and warn them via their dreams.
Well, that'd be helpful.
All right, I'm going back to bed.
I think we'd all use some shut-eye.
But is the Duragar still here?
He has not left.
Okay, I'm about to say, it's just like, all right.
He shouldn't leave.
So, this guy, though. What do we do with him?
Well, it sounds like we need his expertise navigating through these tunnels.
That is true.
If he's to be trusted, then he'll lead us exactly where we need to go. Talia's done business with Dwergar in the past around here, so...
She nods. Her attention is mostly on the Duergar in case he intends to make a move. She still has her hand on her knife.
You're gonna stick around and guide us through the tunnels, right?
Hey, that was Dredyk's plan.
Do you mind waiting while we sleep? It's been a day.
I don't mind.
Great. Everyone, sleep time. We're gonna sleep now.
Do-do-do.
Yeah, man, would Nara even be able to sleep? After finding out a beholder wants to marry her?
I guess go ahead and make a... What would this be? Wisdom check?
Wisdom check?
Yeah, just power of mind.
6?
You would eventually be able to get into your... Like, I'll say that you'll get the full night's sleep, but it's not a restful sleep.
Yeah.
A restful trance.
That tracks, though.
And Denier, you're going to go and visit people's dreams to tell them what's
I'm
up?
gonna warn Earth, and I'm gonna warn Pogan.
Okay.
Because I can't warn Venariel.
Because she no sleepy.
Because she is an elf.
All right. Whose dream would you visit first?
Pogan.
Okay. Give me just a second here.
He's Wolfgang's second in command. Pogan.
What would Pogan be dreaming of? As you travel through the dreamscape, you find yourself stepping foot onto a wide stretch of open beach. Pogan is actually wandering this beach, but he's about 15 feet tall. He's the size of a giant. As he stomps along the water's edge, kind of raising his hands up, praising the sun. He almost looks like he's doing kind of a yoga routine, but then he grabs the sun out of the sky and just kind of spins it on his finger and just watches as it glistens. You can see the sparks kind of glisten in his eyes.
Denier tilts his head, watching the cloak of the night sky wrapped around him as he just gives a little bit of a smile. So how's the weather up there? He calls out.
Oh! He pops the sun back up into the sky and just kind of wanders over and bends down, looks down at you.
This is odd. I'm not used to... I'm dreaming, right?
He gives a nod.
But if I know this is a dream, then what does that... Who are you?
Did he ask me who I am?
Yeah.
You're, Denier, right?
Are you wearing the mask, or are you?
No, Prime wears the mask.
That's
Denier,
right.
Current Denier does not wear a mask.
That's right.
Denier, right?
Exactly.
You coming to grab me for some training, or?
I am delivering a message. Apparently, we found out what's down in the mines and what's controlling the Durgar.
Oh.
And he snaps his fingers, and the image of the Beholder shows up.
Right! Fuck! Oh, it's one of those things you're talking about.
Yep. Apparently, it's using some kind of an amplification tower with a number of headsets made by a Durgar smith that is controlling the minds of the population. Our current plans is to, deal with it. But just in case, if something goes wrong, I wanted to make sure that the town knew exactly what was going on.
Hello,
it's best the Kyleman's aware of the situation, and you were the first person I wanted to warn.
I'm glad you lot went down there yourselves. I can't say I would have sent anybody else that could have, dealt with such a beastie. Ain't got no dick to kick.
No, but they've got one really big ball.
True. And he kind of gives like a running boom and kind of punts it out over the ocean.
Lifts a hand over his eyes, shading it from the sun. Good distance.
Get a little practice in here.
I can imagine. He gives a little bit of a smile. So, with the message delivered, is there anything that you've always wanted in your dreams but haven't had so far? Before I leave, I'll set you up for a real good one.
He glances down at you with concern.
You lot have this?
Honestly, I think so. Of course, going into these things, they're never exactly certain, but we've got Wolfgang with us. You know how tough the Connollys are.
I do. I also know how right stubborn they are. It's what concerns me.
Yeah, well, that's why you've got others along with them. Talk some sense into them at times.
Well, from my experience, you're the most sensible one in the room, so make sure your voice is loud, lad.
Most certainly. He gives a kind smile.
Now, as for what I've always wanted, what do you know about tits?
And then
Oh
we
my
cut.
god.
What do you know about tart? I'm just imagining the hands he'd made right in there. Oh my god.
Oh, Pogan.
Oh boy, does Denier have things to show Pogan.
Oh god. From
Yes.
the one book he bought.
I know a
forever
great
ago?
deal.
Oh,
Holds up a book.
Denier has traveled through many dreams by this point.
Uh,
Not all of them are dry.
Great.
All right. Let's see. Next would be Urf. Let me find Urf's dream. Where would it be? Sorry, I'm looking through all my ambiances.
Ambiances?
Feel like I have one for this. Oh, kind of crazy that I don't. I could have sworn I would have. Oh well. I'll go with this one. You find yourself in the center of a gladiatorial pit. There is a blood war raging all around you. In the very center, Urf is just kind of sitting, relaxing on is kind of like almost a lawn chair-like implement. As he's being fed grapes by another smaller Urf.
Wait, what?
The dream,
Can you
man.
repeat? Can you repeat that again? Sorry, you cut out actually.
He's laying on a lounge chair being fed grapes by another smaller Earth, and he's in the absolute middle of the arena as this battle is going on around him.
Okay.
There are people fighting, like, probably within, like, 3 feet of him. Like, a man gets decapitated, the head rolls under Earth's chair, but he just keeps eating grapes and looking around.
Man, I wish I could have maladaptive dreams like this, but that's fair.
I gotta know, the crowd, are they all Earths?
The crowd are actually just silhouette shapes. But each of them has a different shaped hat.
I was about to say, Jesus Christ, is this just Gorn?
It could be.
I'm trying to, does he have a little, like a little umbrella above him a little bit? You know, just to keep the sun out of his eyes?
There is a, no. He does not need that, because the sky is red.
Ah!
And everywhere except for, like, the 3-foot space, like, the 7-foot circumference around him is raining blood.
So, when Denier appears in the dream, he's going to appear floating over Earth, laying in a shape that could only be described as somebody laying in a hammock with a spectral umbrella over him, just lounging as he glances over towards Earth. Well, interesting dream you've got here, Earth.
Oh, well, thank you. Hello there.
Hello! Good to see you, my fine lad.
Indeed.
Yes, it was a fine sporting day.
I
substance.
I apologize for interrupting your dream. I will leave you to it very soon, my friend. But I wanted to warn you, we are further along in the mines, as I assume Asmo informed you, but we have learned what is going on down there.
Ah, yes, Earth. Go on.
He will snap his fingers, and the beholder will appear and show Earth. And apparently, it is one of these creatures that has taken over the lower levels of the Underdark, using a beacon to mind control a large portion of the population.
He holds out his hand, and the smaller Earth hands him a pair of glasses.
Ah, yes, one of these. You showed me those in the training room.
Yes, the one that you did so spectacular in.
Earth.
Indeed. Currently, we are on our way down, and it will take us about a day and a half in order to get there before we can begin to either negotiate or, do what Earth does best to this thing.
Should I prepare a raid, then?
Not quite. Give us a little bit of time in case we're able to handle this properly. I wanted to warn you just in case so that the guard may be prepared should the worst happen. Master Pogan of the Kylum Diaboli has also been informed so that the Kylum can prepare defenses as well should something happen.
I will coordinate, and we shall set up and we shall set up a defensory position at each of the mine entrances, then.
Wonderful. Is there anything that you would like me to inform Asmo when I return?
Let him know there was little to no incidents throughout the day. Everything's up, and Earth.
Earth indeed. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your dream, my friend.
Yes, good Earth to you.
Good Earth to you. And his cloak will twist and spin, and he will just blink out of existence.
And Earth will go back to lounging.
I love Earth.
Man.
And Denier will just go back about his business for the time being while everybody else continues their rest.
All right. Talia would finish up her watch, and Wolfgang being the next in line, she would go to awaken you. You're up, sir.
All right.
He hasn't made much trouble, though. He doesn't seem to want to shut up. I envy you not being able to understand him.
I still have to hear him, so...
Well, good luck.
Aye.
And she goes to rest her head. The Duergar just kind of... You can see that his hands are now bound, as are his legs. He just looks at you. He just kind of gestures to the bindings.
I point at my ear and then I shake my head and shrug. You too, buddy. You too.
Brits.
And I will conduct my watch.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Percepcion? Why, that's going to be a 6.
You're still a little groggy. And your head is racing with all the things that happened in the past, including Nara's flirtations with the Beholder and like how all of this kind of led to each other.
He just over and over again in his head, how the fuck did we get here? How the fuck did we get here?
However, you are able to, throughout that catch that the Duergar has slipped a file out from under his glove and was trying to saw through the rope that are currently binding his hands.
Hey.
Are you going to stop him?
I'll I can't talk to him. Yeah, I go over and I stop him. I like grab the file out of his hands.
But Britskinska Pranskinsk!
You can get this back in the morning, or whenever we wake up.
Pritskits near Pritstutskin!
He's just kind of like gesturing and wiggling.
I'll try to pantomime like when we all wake up, you'll get this back and no more binding.
He starts to try to pantomime. Give me an insight check.
15?
It's been stats.
He starts to like kind of like stand up and like he puts his thumbs out in front of him and starts to kind of like wiggle his hips left and right. He needs to pee. And just kind of like wiggles his arms frantically.
I pull out, or I'll summon Crescendo. I'll cut his arms free at the very least, and I'll like help him to his feet.
As soon as you summon a sword from out of nowhere, he like winces backwards, especially because it like whenever it comes out, it illuminates with a bright, radiant, flaming light. So for a moment he's blinded, and he just kind of like winces.
And I just like, I'll cut his bindings on his arms off, and I'll leave his legs if they're there.
He just kind of looks at you and nods. Bronsky. Brace. And he kind of pushes himself up, looks at you after you say that. Just kind of gives like a half-cocked nod, and then he just hops over to a corner, and you can hear him as he like unbuckles his belt, and then the pouring of bodily liquid.
He's just humming to himself now to try and like drown out the noise.
What if he was passing
Jeez.
kidney stone right now? Oh, just making. Oh, jeez, God.
Dwarves call it kidney ore. Anyway. After which he would rebuckle and hop back down and go back and sit on the shorn down stalagmite he was sitting on previously. Then he gestures with his hands. Pritsky. And then kind of crosses his arms and sits down and starts twiddling his thumbs.
Hmm. Well.
The rest of your night goes relatively unhindered until it's time for Danir's watch.
All right. I'll go over and I'll jostle Danir. Oi.
Your dream mansion shakes.
Oi. Oi.
Danir glances up as he was slowly starting to work on this strange bracer. He looks up as the area shakes a little bit, and then his eyes open.
Here go for a watch. The our guide had to go take a leak, so I undid the bindings on his hands. He seems harmless. Kept the bindings on his legs, though. He tried to saw himself free with a file. I'll give it back to him in the morning.
Hogan and Earth have been warned.
Good, bad. Good, bad. I'm gonna get the rest of this shut-eye.
Sounds like a plan.
And then he
And-
puts just a hat thing over his head, like everyone with a cowboy hat has to do.
Oh, yeah.
The unnecessary shading of his eyes in a dark, dark cave.
That's exactly what makes it funny.
Those gotta be mysterious, even underground.
It still looks cool for those that have dark vision.
I'm your Huckleberry.
All right, Danir, you begin your watch, and the Duergar just looks to you. How long does comprehend languages last?
Or, I think.
It is a ritual spell, so I believe I can ritually cast it. It lasts an hour.
All right, so at first he would look at you and just say,
Britskin Stapskin Brutskin. Comprehend contendo.
He holds up a finger, and then he pulls out a book, starts flipping through it, and over the course of a few minutes, he's going to ritual cast comprehend languages.
and
as
not
soon as
really
he,
recognizing what you're doing, you just hold up a finger and he just rolls his eyes.
Pransky.
and he, as soon as the spell finishes, he closes the book, looks up at him, and gives him a thumbs up. Then taps his ear.
You understand Dreddyk now?
Nod.
Thank God the last one was boring.
Tilt
One
of the
before
head,
that
slight
was-
shrug.
And the one before that was mean. Fucking hot, but mean.
Looks over towards Talia. Gives a little bit of a smirk, but nods.
I kept trying to tell her I'm not gonna run anywhere. I gotta take you back so you can get rid of the fucking meatball. But she's like, no chances. Bounded my hands and legs and... Well, sometimes that'd be a good time for Dreddyk, but... not in this case.
There's a little bit of another little smirk and a slight nod. And he's going to go through, Danir is going to go through his languages and see if they have a common language between them.
Do you speak Dwarven?
No, I speak Common, Draconic, Giant, Goblin, and Infernal.
Sprechen de Deutsch?
He speaks Undercommon and Dwarven.
As they go through, Danir gives a little bit of a shrug as though, I tried.
I mean,
He points down his legs.
you seem like the nice one. You can let me out. Stretch my legs a little. They aren't much for legs, but They still need stretching.
He'll pull out a boot knife. He'll set Eska onto his shoulder, and then he'll cut the ropes.
Oh, appreciate you, fuzzy one. Oh.
He gives a little bit of a smile and nods. Then he points at Eska, 2 fingers towards his eyes, and then points towards him as though to say, the weasel's going to watch you.
Eska's got a serious face on now.
Angry eyebrows.
And then Eska jumps over and kind of like curls around his neck.
Is it going to, like, attack me if I do something?
Sly smile.
I understand the mistrust. I understand the mistrust, but fuck all of you. Dreddyk just wants to get back to his fucking work. Want to get back to my forge, making fucking weapons.
Denier he holds up a finger as though there is an idea. And I will go ahead and cast Minor Illusion. I will pretty much settle down just across from him. I will cast Minor Illusion, and I will create an image in front of him. The image is of it looks like a bracer, like a bracer that goes across the forearm. Mm-hmm. But across the back of the bracer is 3 long claws.
Something you want mocked up then, there, fuzzy one.
He swirls his fingers a couple times as though to say something that I've been thinking about and working on. He shows his fingers and then he wiggles them as though to act like spellcasting. And then he holds up the knife, and he wiggles his fingers again as though to try to interpret. You can't cast a spell if you're holding a weapon. And then he points towards the gauntlets, and then he wiggles his fingers again, and then he makes kind of a couple hand swipes, as though he's trying to interpret. If you have this, you can cast spells while still having a weapon, and it seems like he's trying to get a blacksmith's point of view or a blacksmith's idea about it.
Since you're pantomiming, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Okie doke.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Performance.
Like I'm imagining a serious-faced adult Aang doing the spinning thing.
All right, his insight check was pretty fucking high, so I think he kind of gets the gist of what you're going for as he wanders over and just kind of looks at it.
Denier would redo the illusion at different angles to give him an idea of what it is and potentially ideas of construction.
Wouldn't be very hard. It's not much more difficult than a gauntlet, really. A spiked gauntlet, but you put the blades a little further back. It's effective for twiddledy fingers.
Denier gives a bit of a nod. Trying to see if there's any other ways of communication that I can have, because I don't think I have tongues.
You only got the one.
No, I don't have tongues. And I don't want to put him to sleep. I glance over towards him. Denier tilts his head a little bit, motions towards some of the others who are sleeping, points towards him, and then pantomimes Denier asleep, as though asking, "Have you slept yet, or do you need to sleep?"
Another performance check.
Okie doke. 13.
He looks at you and looks back.
Oh, it's still early for me.
Thumbs up. and he will pull a ration out of his pack and offer. Basically, he's wanting to, be friendly. This is going to be his guide. He wants to make sure that the guide is treated well, so to say.
He gingerly reaches out a hand and firmly grabs it, kind of like lifts it to you a little, then he like lifts it to his nose and sniffs it. What would the ration consist of?
It would probably be some kind of jerky, since Denier is carnivorous.
Sniffs it, kind of like raises his eyebrows, gives a little side tilt to his face, and chews on it.
Denier will take one himself.
Appreciate it.
Denier nods.
Starts to kind of like pick some of the gristle out of his teeth with his tongue.
And Denier's going to be keeping an eye out. Basically, the Eska's just there to make sure that, if he tries to... Eska will basically just be there so he can cast a spell through Eska onto him if he tries to, run or attack or what have you. But otherwise, Eska is just going to be a furry little Nick scarf.
No worries. Give me a perception check for your watch.
Okie doke. That's a 24.
All right, you maintain vigilance as you both have your warding spells throughout this area and your eyes peeled. Dreddyk would eventually break the silence again after chewing through his jerky loaf.
And Denier would, of course, every about 50 minutes or so, Denier would continue the process to ritual cast comprehend languages.
You've been traveling with this lot for a long time, I take it.
He motions over towards Asmo and Wolfgang. He nods. He motions over towards Nara, kind of a half nod. Motions over towards Talia, shakes his head.
He nods towards Nara.
You trust that one?
There's a pause for a second, as though he's thinking about how to respond in just simplistic terms. And he gives a slight head tilt before he nods.
Had a mate that worked with people like her before. Him and another associate. They died. I don't trust their like. Especially if they go bringing great bloody meatballs into my fucking town.
He gives a little bit of a nod. Let's see.
All they had to do was go out and retrieve a fucking unfinished dagger. And they all ended up dead.
He tilts his head curiously. His ears perk up a little bit as he's listening to the story.
You want the story?
He asks.
He tilts his head a little bit.
I've only got time to kill.
Minor image, a picture of Fire Ant.
He stands up.
Where the fuck did you see that before?
The picture fades, and then it shows it shows 2 hobgoblins in a dark cave.
Fucking hobs?
Another one shifts, and there is a couple, and there's goblins. Then the image shifts again, and there is...
Aye, the trade town. Dark Lunch.
He points at him.
That's where they were supposed to meet. How'd you fucking know that? What do you know?
Denier shows an image of the Wandering Weasel.
I don't know what we're,
And then he shows... I'm thinking of how the best way to word this.
You figure it out.
He shows an image of a Duergar fighting a goblin.
Would they be the same size?
The Duergar can grow if they are angry enough.
And memory serves right, wasn't there a drow with a Duergar?
Yes.
Then in that particular scene, it's basically the drow, the goblin, and the Duergar are having a 3-way fight.
And you witnessed
then
this.
Say again?
And you witnessed this.
Denier shows an image of the group, of only a couple figures of their group fleeing Dark Launch.
Give me deception with advantage. Because you're kind of playing into his preconceived notions of what happened.
19.
Fucking traitorous lot they are. She best get rid of that fucking meatball. Or marry it, or walk off in the sunset with it. Just get it out of my fucking town.
If memory serves right, no, that wouldn't work because the drow was killed, the Duergar was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that would... And if we put it on the goblins, that would give him a reason to go after Giblink. But Giblink and his tribe is in the Hexwood.
Yeah, as far as this guy's concerned, Dark Launch is gone.
Mm-hmm.
As are its inhabitants.
Mm-hmm. Then he would... The final image that he would see... Well, no. I don't... That would probably force another deception roll, and I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, you
But
already got this guy that part of the part of the story that he was wondering about.
Mm-hmm. Denier gives a little bit of a nod. He looks over towards Nara for a second, then back towards him. He gives a bit of a shrug whenever it comes to the whole meatball situation. Then he shows an image. He shows the Duergar an almost ridiculous image of Nara in a wedding dress standing next to the Beholder.
Give him a top hat. Give him a fucking bloody top hat.
Couple seconds later, a teeny tiny little itty bitty top hat appears on top of the Beholder.
It's so fucking small. It's way too fucking small for his big fucking meatball head.
The laugh being kind of loud, Nara will shoot up and go,
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And look over
Nara, you awaken to the image of your bridal picture next to the meatball.
A couple seconds later, there's a top hat on every single one of those, one of the eye stalks. And a little bow tie.
She screams so loud, it pierces, like, the heavens.
Which is fine, because at this point would be about the time everybody would be waking up.
What the fuck?
Mop!
She like worms her way underneath Asmo.
Oh, thank you, fuzzy one. I needed that.
Why did you do that? What
you
on
give a
earth
thumbs
was
up?
that?
She points over at Denier with the meatball and her in the wedding dress.
Wait, you're wearing a wedding?
It's a very sleek black Beetlejuice looking wedding dress.
Denier, what was it, Minor Illusioned?
Yeah.
Nara in a wedding dress next to the beholder with a bunch of top hats on his eye stalks.
Okay, we've been in the cave for like a day, and am I going insane? Am I going insane?
I don't
Why
know.
Why is my awake like my nightmare? Okay. What time is it? God!
With the cave ceiling.
Talia's already standing and just kind of like gathering her stuff. Time to move, by my estimation.
Okay, good.
I might as well.
My gut instinct was right then.
She pulls out like a handful of what appears to be like grains and beans from a bag and just starts munching on them. Kind of shakes her head briskly, then goes to tie her hair back and reaffix her mask.
Nara's still laying on the ground.
Nara, let's go.
Haven't had to eat rations in a long time.
I'll start flicking water at you.
Suppose
What's
we
the
should
matter?
figure out-
What's the matter, Nara? Don't like your dress?
You.
Smug
No
kitty
words.
face.
From you. I'm gonna shave you while you sleep.
No. Let's save that anger for the meatball.
Turns to Asmo.
I have an idea.
I'm okay. What?
What if we got married? Then
Can
I
we
can't
just
get
can we
betrothed
just can
'cause
we
I'm already
just
married.
freeze frame the entire campaign? Is it? All right.
What if we got married? And that's where we... No.
This is where you do the DBZ ending. Dun 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 dun. Okay.
I want you to know there is no way I can respond to that in a way that will emotionally fulfill you and make it so you're not mad at me, but also heard properly. And see how I'm still talking? I'm trying to wait for something else to another idea to pop in your head right now, because there's a multitude of reasons why that's not a good
See,
thing.
if we're married, I can't get betrothed.
You say that, but I can't help but feel, because this ex of yours,
It's not a- we never dated. That's not a thing. I just made him blush, and then he left.
okay, clearly he sees things differently, and clearly he is what I can only describe as one of my worst case scenarios. It's just weird that one of my worst case scenarios and one of my other worst case scenarios are kind of rolled together into the exact same thing. Yeah, that's fun.
Are you saying that marrying Nara is one of your worst case scenarios?
No, I'm saying
Wait, what?
that the aboleths and dealing with one of Nara's exes would be annoying. So that's kind of happening at the time. I was making a joke. I'm trying
He's
to be
not an ex.
lighthearted.
We never
I know.
dated. That's not a thing.
I'm just pointing out that I feel like if you meet him, you're gonna say that, and he's going to say something completely different, and it's going to be like, well, that doesn't really match up. You met once, and he's trying to marry you. Okay, that is already, yeah. And that already speaks to a lack of good judgment. If you said yes,
Dasmo just looks really quickly to Wolfgang back again.
What do you mean, if I say yes?
No, I didn't say if you say yes. I'm saying that he asked you to marry him, right? You don't want that, so...
No.
Do you think he's gonna respect that?
He should.
I didn't say that. I didn't say what he should do. Nah. I'm saying what he thinks gonna happen. So all I can say is be prepared for a very interesting take on events last time. And also...
All this while, Talia's actually been conversing with Dreddyk.
What does it say about how he sent him? He didn't even come himself. He sent one of his minions to bring you down. One would assume one should court somebody before you just propose marriage. See, you have to talk at this point, or I'm just going to obsess over what I said right now. That's just the way this works right now. One of you!
Everyone's quiet right now. One of you!
Talia looks over. I was talking about demolitions with Dreddyk. How to take down the spire. What are you going on about?
We were gonna get married so I don't have to get betrothed.
That's probably not going to work. I don't think this thing will be sensible.
Oh.
I got that with him being an aboleth. Or whatever the heck it's called.
Beholder.
That's so pretentious.
It's like a meatball that flies and has eyeballs.
I know, so like call yourself a meat spin or whatever. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, Asmo.
What?
I sent a message to Earth to make sure that he knew what was going on in case something happens.
Okay, that's good.
He says Earth.
Huh. Even in his dreams. Crazy.
I know, right?
That's all Asmo zeroes it on.
I know it is absolutely phenomenal that he can only say Earth, even in his dreams.
Man, when life's just like that, I guess even your dreams are like that.
Earth is a simple man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, we got 20 hours worth of legwork to get ahead of us, so...
I thought we were already walking. This was a walking conversation.
Yeah.
Nara was waking up. As far as
I thought this was a walking
she
conversation.
a lot of the traveling is
finally
going to
gotten
happen
up and-
off screen regardless, so don't
I see.
don't worry too much about how much of that is spent walking and talking. At which point Talia would bring in, yes, which means plenty of time to come up with a plan. So shall we?
Yeah.
And as the lot of you begin to follow Dreddyk's trail deep into these winding caves, here is where we will end tonight's session.